the old beliefs, and she had passed them on to Zia, and she was grateful she had. Zia searched anxiously past the jeering faces in the distance for her rescuer, but disappointingly saw no one. She would wait. Even as the man holding the torch walked toward her ready to light the kindling, she kept faith in her grandmother's words. Suddenly, thunder erupted, and she glanced overhead at the canopy of dark clouds that had moved in ever so swiftly, and her smile grew as fat raindrops assaulted her face. Accusatory shouts sparked the air as many cried out that she commanded the weather to do her bidding. Was there no end to their ignorance? Just as she prepared to whisper a prayer of gratitude for her abrupt reprieve, she spied riders on the outskirts of the village. 4 men approached, the leader easily distinguishable. He sat his stallion tall and proud, a good-sized dog following at the horse's heels. A few in the crowd followed her stare and hurriedly alerted all to the arrival of strangers. A rash of mumbling gave way to hushed silence as the riders entered the village, and the crowd parted slowly, clearing a significant path for the imposing leader and his cohorts. Apprehension crackled in the air along with the thunder as Zia met the leader's dark brown eyes and felt a jolt to her senses. Surely the deep colour was born from the depths of the earth, where the soil was the most fertile, where roots dug deep to reach, and from which all life sprung. He broke the contact, glancing over the crowd, and announced in a clear, confident voice, "I am Artair Sinclare of Keithness, and I have come to speak with Zia the healer." Gasps and murmuring circled the crowd before the village leader, Harold, stepped forward. "Zia the healer is a witch, and has been sentenced to burn at the stake." "Then I have come in due time. I will speak to her first," Artair commanded. Zia wasn't surprised by his authoritative nature. One would have to be blind not to see that he was a great warrior. Not only did he sit astride his horse with pride, but he held himself in the same manner, his broad shoulders drawn back, his firm chest expanded, his long lean fingers heavy on the hilt of his sword. "I can't permit it," Harold insisted, shaking his head. "Can't or won't?" Artair asked bluntly. Harold began to tremble. "I must think of our safety." "Your safety rests on me speaking to the healer," Artair warned. Zia felt hopeful, since he hadn't referred to her as a witch, but rather acknowledged her as a healer. Could this man really be her saviour? "Have done with it, then," Harold begrudgingly said, "but keep your distance. She will entrap you." The caution didn't dissuade the warrior. He moved his stallion nearer to her funeral pyre, and she got a closer look at his staggering good looks. His features were a work of pure talented artistry. The heavens couldn't have made him any more stunning. He stared directly at her, his dark eyes once more locking with hers and sending her senses soaring. You would think that the kindling had been set aflame, her body heated so rapidly. "I search for my brother Ronan Sinclair. It has been said that you have tended him." "I have," she admitted, recalling the man and facial similarities between the two. "How is he?" "I left him healing nicely from serious injuries when word was received that the village lawn was in desperate need of a healer." "Where is Ronan?" Artair asked, his horse growing impatient while he looked to remain calm and confident. "Where he is has no name and no direction." "You speak in riddles," Artair accused. "She is a witch. She tries to trick you," Harold warned, jabbing his finger in her direction. "I can take you there," she said. "You will burn, witch," Harold proclaimed, his finger trembling in anger. The crowd agreed and chanted for her demise. Artair rose suddenly in his saddle and turned to glare at the people. His voice rose over theirs. "I will speak with this woman." Voices quieted, though whispers rushed around the crowd. Artair turned back around to face her, ignoring the quiet protest. "Tell me how to find my brother."